A woman faints at 30,000 feet. As she plummets faster and faster, she suddenly wakes up. She reaches for the ropes on the hot air balloon. But it's too late. When she opens her eyes again, she finds herself hanging upside down in midair. The safety rope around her waist saved her life. She tries to call for help, but the man in the basket has passed out from lack of oxygen. And even worse, the ice on the rope is starting to melt. Her grip is slipping. She kicks her legs, swinging back and forth, trying to build momentum. After several desperate attempts, she finally grabs onto the rope near the basket. With all her strength, she pulls herself up and climbs inside. But the danger isn't over. The balloon has risen to nearly 30,000 feet, where the air is too thin to survive. They have to descend, or they'll suffocate. But the temperature has dropped below freezing, coating the balloon in thick ice. The release valve is frozen shut. She knows there's only one option. She has to climb up and open it herself. There's no safety gear. One wrong move, and she'll fall to her death. But she has no choice. She climbs, her hands numb from the cold. The top is still far away. She reaches for a rope nearby, but she's just out of reach. She slips. Her vision blurs. The lack of oxygen is getting to her. But then, she remembers the man still unconscious below. That thought snaps her back. With one last push, she twists her body and grabs the rope, using every bit of strength left. She pulls herself up. The balloon keeps rising. Time is running out. She ties a rope around her waist, a last line of defense. Then, she keeps climbing. Every step is harder than the last. The freezing air burns her lungs. Her body screams for rest, but she pushes on. After what feels like an eternity, she reaches the top. She is completely exhausted, but there's no time to stop. Her partner's life is in her hands. She slams her elbow against the frozen valve. Nothing. The ice is too thick. She has no other choice. She stands up, balancing dangerously on the balloon. Then she kicks the valve, again and again, until it finally breaks free. The hot air rushes out. The balloon starts to descend. But then, she notices something strange. The snowflakes around her are slowing down, and then, they freeze in midair.